My Hero Academia chapter 426, titled The Hellish Todoroki Family Final, has dropped and has given us the death of Endeavor. Let's break down the chapter, the death of Endeavor, Dabi's big apology, and Hawks' rise in power. Now, the chapter begins with the Todoroki family all together. Rei has short hair and some burns on her face, giving Shoto a run for his money. Fuyumi also has some burns on her face, and Natsu cut his hair. Endeavor is also seen completely wrapped up in bandages, all of their injuries being the result of what happened during the all-out war and the family's involvement in taking down Dabi. The entire family displaying some sort of disfigurement is a very important detail, as it resembles the entire family taking in the burden of Dabi, his crimes, and the part they all played in the creation of Dabi. Continuing on, Shoto is let into the room by a guard in the facility that Toya is being held in. Fuyumi states that Shoto didn't have to come, followed by Rei saying the same thing about the rest of the kids, followed by Endeavor saying that Rei didn't have to come either. Shoto responds by saying that he came to fulfill his mission, and the same goes for the rest of the family. Endeavor states that since before the war, he had planned to talk to Toya, but now in the state that he's in, he can't get around on his own, and that the hero Endeavor burned to death, thus marking the end of Enji Todoroki being the #1 hero Endeavor. Toya gives his condolences and states that Enji is finally giving all of his attention after everything is over and easy, and calls him a coward. Enji agrees and says that Toya understands him very well. After all, he's been watching him this whole time and wanted his father to do the same. Although Deku said that Dabi isn't Endeavor, Enji says that this doesn't change the fact that his son's flames came from Hell Flame, Endeavor's quirk. Enji had been watching Toya's reveal video every day and wants to talk to Toya every day from now on. Enji knows that it took him way too long to be a father now, but he does want to talk to Toya. Here we see Enji drawn without bandages and Dabi drawn younger but still sporting the burns and scars, representing both father and son accepting each of their pasts and moving forward together. We hear the sound of Toya's heartbeat on the monitor, and Enji continues to tell Toya that Toya can hate him all he wants and to say it all to him. Fuyumi and Rei also want to talk to Toya about a bunch of stuff, but the guard from the facility tells the family that they should stop for today, so as not to burden Toya's heart too much. Shoto asks Toya one last thing, that being, what is Toya's favorite food? Toya remains silent and everyone begins to leave, but Toya then states that his favorite food is soba. Shoto turns to Toya surprised and says, same. Toya starts crying, remembering their fight during the war, and tells Shoto he's sorry. After leaving the facility, Natsu says that he's not going to meet Enji anymore. He's going to marry his girlfriend, but they won't have a big ceremony or anything like that, and has no intention of introducing her to his father. Enji completely understands and apologizes once again. Fuyumi quit her job, but the mother of one of her students found her a new one. Natsu says that Enji has already taken responsibility and can stop now, but Enji states that he intends to pay and apologize for his crimes for the rest of his life. The kids no longer need to be in contact with him, and that he will do everything he can to ensure that none of them suffer the consequences of the situation with Dabi, as that's why he survived the war. Natsu tells Enji that he's going to face hell, and Enji replies by saying that's obvious since he accepted Toya's invitation to dance. Natsu admits that this was the first time in his life he thought Enji was cool. Shoto then gets into Natsu's car and tells Enji and Rei that he'll be fine with Class A and he's becoming the man he wants to be. Endeavor's sidekicks arrive and Rei says that even if it's hell, some people are still here with us, as she shows a text from HAWKS. HAWKS asks how the conversation with Toya went and says that if they have any requests, they just need to ask him. Switching over to HAWKS, we see him talking to Nagant as he's shocked to hear that she wants to stay in prison for a while longer because she's afraid of being used again. HAWKS says that he wanted her help, and Nagant replies with they have to see how society will respond to what Deku showed everyone that day. Nagant then jokes that she'll be eating food funded by the people's taxes for a while longer, and HAWKS sticks out his tongue and calls her a villain. We then see Gentle and Labrava shouting each other's names as they cry, and Gori says that their help has been officially recognized, so they're free to go go now. Back to Hawks, Ray answers the text saying that he must be busy as the new president of the Hero Public Safety Commission. As we know, the Hero Public Safety Commission were the one behind the corruption of Nagant, making heroes like her and Hawks kill other heroes to keep the image of heroes clean. So it's going to be very interesting going forward how things will change with Hawks now being the president of the Hero Public Safety Commission and having dealt with the commission's past. Continuing on, Hawks asks himself how things will change from now on and makes a phone call. The chapter ends with Spinner in a hospital bed and the door to his room opening. Now, this chapter gave us some really solid endings for a lot of our heroes. The highlights definitely being Endeavor and the rest of the Todoroki family, as well as Hawks. Despite all that's happened, Endeavor is still heading down his path of atonement, but now continuing his journey with Toya. Hawks becoming the new Hero Public Safety Commission's president opens up the possibility of real change in society, though it's ultimately up to Deku to kickstart that change for the world, with the next chapter seemingly going to change its focus to the other villains and how this change will begin to affect them. Definitely looking forward to seeing what gets cooked up for the next chapter, and hopefully it's not Deku putting someone's fries in the bag. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the latest My Hero Academia chapter. Is Horikoshi cooking? Do you think Deku is going to work a 9 to 5 at McDonald's after saving the world? Let me know everything in the comment section below. With that said, if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to Detroit smash that like button down below, and if you're new to the Todoroki channel, then be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss any My Hero Academia videos, and I'll see you all in the next one.